no.
Okay.
Hey, folks.
We're live.
Welcome to Phoenix Business Exchange, East End Edition, live at Hive at 1745 Courtwood. And today we are, well, you know what's going on? It's a sunny day. The traffic wasn't too bad coming in, kind of. And we're really glad to see you guys, both from Scotland and all the way out from Calabogie area. And we're just, oh, are you sharing the screen, sir?
No, not yet, no.
Okay.
They're still seeing you.
Okay, if you want to share the screen, we'll do that then.
All right, let's do it.
We're doing a share screen here. You have to pick the target though first.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you're just good at this, aren't you?
A couple of times.
Yeah.
You think you've done it before.
I know.
Yeah, it's almost like I've done this before.
If you can just scroll up a wee bit, sir. There we go. That's
Hey, Shane.
Okay, you can scroll down now. There we go. Actually, you know what? Hand me the mouse, and I'll.
Yeah, you know what? Here you go.
Yeah. No, sorry. It's better than up and down. All right. Member of the week is Dr. Shane Bayless. If he helps you kind of fix your body. So if you've had a concussion, you've sprained, you've done parkour by accident, Shane's there to help you come back from that. Actually, he does a little bit of sports medicine too. You want to know more about Shane and how to reach him? Just click on his this red button here on the card, and here's a video about Shane. By the way, if you get to this website, it's pbex.ca. So Monday mornings, Wednesday mornings, and Thursday mornings, we meet 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. Today's an exception. It started at 7:30, and we do this by Zoom, and we do a couple of these in person. April 28th, we meet 7 p.m. online for the After Hours group, and that is to keep you accountable to yourself. So Pinnelly Prevo hosts that event. And what's happening in that space, you come in, you have any of your life goals, you have any of your business goals, and it gets brought up in that session. Upcoming member events are you click here to find out what's going on. Canada Growth Network is every Monday 1 to 2 p.m. to save a stat holiday. And East Trade Winds is every Tuesday at 8 a.m. So 1 p.m. and 8 a.m. are both Eastern Standard Time for 1 hour. Lo and behold, today's April 22nd. Here we are at Hive. And then the South End group meets next week in person and online on April 30th, starting at 7:30 a.m. QR directory for all members. Yeah, click here. If you hear someone talking today and you want to know more about them, that's where you kind of fire it up. I'm also going to point out we've had over $18,000 worth of, almost $19,000 worth of referrals since 2026 of January. Over the last decade, over $5 million worth of transactions conducted just between members. The e-card, that's something if you become a member of Phoenix, you get a special link and a QR code, and people can either click the link or click the QR or follow the QR code, and what you end up getting is all your details, your contact details. So it's easier to find you, however you want to be reached. So if it's by cell, by landline, or email, or website. Plus, you also get to put a little video in on that particular space. And you know what? And if you want to join us and become a member, hit the apply button today. All right. We're working with the Canada Food Cupboard as a charity. They are on the Monday events. I am going to go find you know what? I'm going to hand this back to you, Tony, because I'm going to let you stop the share.
Okay.
Because we're going to have an educational minute. Oddly enough, it's the educational minute will be brought to you by Tony Ginnis. Tony, over to you, sir.
Okay. Well, whenever we start our day, one of the first things that happen is our neurons are just waking up. Your cells, everything in your body is just sort of waking up in this way. You know, one of the things that happens is that most people, before they even say hi to their spouse that's right beside them, we grab our phones. Studies have shown that about 40% of the people, the first thing they do is grab onto their phone to see what's happening before they say good morning to their spouse right next to them. And so one of the things that does is our neurons then are so used to looking at outside of whatever's happening with us. What is the world doing? And then we look at the things that are the most important is almost last. we always take care of what's happening on whether you look at X or whether you're on a social media thing that you're going on. So one of the first things that you want to do in the morning is to be able to program yourself to look at the things around you that you feel most grateful for. So when you start off, before the world talks to you, before anything happens, say these 3 words and finish it. And the words would be, I love how. And you finish it off. I love how my dog is so excited after he sees me. Or I love how my body heals so quickly if I hurt myself. I love how my spouse is so responsive to whatever it is that's happening. They're always saying, are you okay? I really like that because someone's looking after me. I love how that I have people around me that are so supportive and so great. I love how that I'm in an area that I'm in. If I was living where Susan is living, I love how that I'm in nature all the time. And I love how quiet it is. There's just, the only sound I hear is the sounds I make, you know? So in other words, the first thing you are connecting to is all the things around you that you're grateful for. And what this does is about 3 things. The first thing it does, it brings the awareness that the world is not an important place, you are, and the things around you. You give a gratitude for your spouse, your dog, the place where you are, and just realize that the fact that we are living wherever we're living is because your energy wanted you there. It isn't that you manifested it, it's just that this is the vibration you made and your surroundings match it. This is why when people win multi-million-dollar homes, they don't have it for very long because it's such a quantum jump and a leap that they will soon either can't afford something, usually it's the taxes, or there's a series of things happening because their energy and their surroundings are very different. So what you're doing is when you say, I love how, and you give gratefulness to that, it means that you are really grateful for all the things that you're doing. I love how that today I'm going to be doing a sound bath. I wasn't able to do this a number of years ago, but I'm able to do it now. So I'm looking at what's happening right now and making a conscious declaration that that's happening. And this really promotes future growth as well, because the moment you are grateful for something, guess what? Other things happen in your life that adds to it. We always use the term, I am very happy where I am, but I'm always willing to upgrade. You're always willing to make things a little better than it used to be, all right? And yeah, so keep that in mind. So when you wake up in the morning, just say, I love how, and finish the sentence and have at least 7 examples. Anything more than that is great, but at least 7. And then this sort of gets you into that space. And your whole day changes because you're programming your day for what you are looking at that you feel that love for. Back to you, Bernie.
Tony, thank you so much, and I'm appreciative of a really good breakfast first thing in the morning with coffee.
This is actually really good.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it? So we'll do a round robin of happiness here, and we'll start off with Susan Epps, and because I'm looking across at you, going, there you go, you're smiling, you're acknowledging my presence here. So Susan, and then we will go to Sam, and then Susan McGarry, and Kat, and then Abby, and Abby, who is our guest. Susan Epps, over to you, ma'am. What's happening in the What's happening in the week?
What's happening in the week? Well, I've had an opportunity to go to our own place and have my Easter dinner with my daughter and granddaughter. Both my husband and I had been sick with the flu, so Easter went. So we had a lovely dinner there, so that was fun. Driving 2 hours to get to dinner down the Queensway. My week, Melaleuca is a company that helps you to put your house clean and not suffocate you. the chemicals that are in today's cleaning products are causing asthma attacks, they're causing problems with ADHD, autism, all these sorts of things. Lots of allergies that just didn't happen many, many years ago. So my daughter, she thinks she's cleaning the table after dinner and she sprayed it with some chemical thing. And I was in the living room and I had an asthma attack. So these products are not good for us. The thing that gets me is they put them beside the pet food. So all of those fumes are seeping into our animals' food, so it's not very good. Melaleuca's products are concentrated, so you save money, and we're also saving the environment by not putting as many plastic bottles into the environment. Let's see, I had a band with Jackie Richards this week, so it was really good to catch up with her. I haven't really been in contact with her since many, many moons, so that was really good. I have ongoing business with Wendy Chung and Penny Lee. That's me.
Susan, thank you so much. Mr. Sam, what's happening for you, sir? What business comes your way?
Nothing much, just boring days. I'm in the midst of a very busy season. It is tire changing season, summer tires and cars. So I've got lots, I got customers waiting for me when I get back. So doing lots of that, but I enjoy helping people with their problems with their cars. I like to solve problems, and yesterday I solved a problem with a car with a check engine light on, a guy I play squash with, so that was solved for him, and he's happy, and I'm happy I solved it for him. Connected cars is my business, as you probably know. I do all kinds of things besides tire changing, oil change, brake jobs, stuff like that. Yesterday I cleaned a, what's it called, a throttle body, where the fuel goes into the car.
Throttle body?
Throttle body, that's what it's called.
Is it carbureted?
No, no,
Wow.
it's fuel injected, but that's one style of fuel injection. It's called throttle body. So that's what I spent my afternoon doing yesterday. So that's something that I don't have that very often, but this guy with the check engine light was saying that he had too much fuel getting into the engine, and that's one thing that can be done that doesn't cost him a lot of money. Just took me about 2 hours to get it all apart and put back together. Anyway, things like that is what I do, and I enjoy doing it. Connected cars, obviously to dash cameras, that's one thing that I like to do, and I put one in for a guy just last week, I think it was, new one. So there are different models out there. Don't just go to the local department store to buy one, please, because they're going to give you problems. They're not going to do what you want them to do, which is record nice, clear license plates if somebody hits your car and takes off. That's what happened to me, and luckily I was able to show that video to the police and my insurance company, and things got taken care of real fast. So if you're interested in a dash camera, if you want to buy on your own, go right ahead. But give me a call. I can advise on ones to stay away from versus ones that work quite well. That's it for me. ConnectedCars.ca.
And Sam was really good at that. There was a special that was on in a local store, and I said, Sam, took a picture of it, sent him a text message, and he says, yeah, it's good, but. And so didn't buy it, didn't waste the money. Susan McGarry, how the heck are you, ma'am? What's happening? Any BAMS referrals, and what's been going on?
Thank you so much, Bernie. Susan McGarry with a company that I represent called Pure Trim. However, I've working on trademarking my own brand, and it's going to be called, and something Kat's been working with me on, Best You by Design. I've noticed over the last 25 years in helping people overcome joint muscle pain, digestion, weight management, liver cleanse, parasite cleanse, that there's been a huge transformation from taking their body that was acidic and turning it into an alkaline body. Cancer thrives in an acidic body. That's what you don't want. So what you want to do is alter your body and change it to an alkaline position. So that's what I do, Susan, Best You by Design. I had a BAM with member, but I do have ongoing business with he's not here today, Eric. So I'm super excited about setting him back up on the Cardio 9. And other than that, not much else to report. Back to you, Bernie.
Susan, thank you so much, and Kat, over to you, man.
Make your next outing one to remember at Felina's Mexican Cantina. With the warmer weather in Ottawa and the patio being now open, it's the perfect time for you to stop by, unwind, and enjoy incredible Mexican flavors in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. From fresh tacos to your favorite sizzling options, you get refreshing drinks, and there is something that everyone can have. So whether you're just after a casual catch up, a family meal, or even your next networking meetup, make Felina's the perfect place for you to go to connect, to relax. It's at 742 Bank Street on Ottawa. So bring your colleagues, your clients, your friends, grab a seat on the patio and make the most of the spring summer season. Thank you, Bernie.
Kat, thank you so much. And just so you know, folks, Kat is in Scotland, so she knows a good deal, but she won't be able to help you find the location directly in person. I'm going to swing the mic over to Abby. You ready? Do you want to give me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Bernie, for the invite. This is very exciting. This is my first time in this place. Over here, but what a beautiful space. My name is Zabi. I'm the founder and executive director of a local charity called Nutrition Blocks. I know you probably guys can't see it, but
Well, hang on. You know what, Abby? I bet I can fix that for you. Give me a second here.
Zoom in there.
Technology.
Oh, there you go.
Alright.
Hang on, we're not.
Okay, yeah, zoom right into the nostrils, yeah.
Hold on, a little bit lower.
Okay, that'll.
That's okay. Thank you.
Still
Bernie.
kind of small.
No, that's okay. So I'm a founder, executive director of a local charity called Nutrition Blocks. We design, develop, and deliver meal programs for children living in low-income households, food insecure households. Folks that are in Ottawa may or may not know this, but 40,000 children that are in our public school system, 40,000 come to school hungry every single day. We have over 1,000 children currently living in motels with no kitchen facilities, with a microwave oven and a small fridge in the house. The average stay for these families has been over 2 years now. So imagine living in a motel. So these 1,000 children, unfortunately, the situation is even far worse. They come to school hungry every day. They don't have a lunch on them. And Ottawa Public Health, for the first time, has linked mental health issues with these children directly to the lack of nutrition. So that's the problem. What Nutrition Blocks does is we provide meal programs. So we have a school lunch program and we have an after-school dinner program. On an average, we send out about a little over 2,000 meals every week, and all our meals are served at no cost to the children or their families. So yeah, we are a traditional charity. We do a lot of fundraising, and we have a whole diverse fundraising strategy. We get some money from the city, but bulk of the money comes from local businesses and individual donors. So that's what I'm here to talk about. And talking about the highlight of this week, my parents, I'm from India, my parents are visiting from India, and my dad turned 85 last Thursday on the 16th, and we had a surprise birthday party for him on Saturday, a couple of days ago, and it was excellent. He's in excellent health, he's a painter, and he paints about 5 or 6 hours every day.
Whoa.
Wow. At 85?
At 85, yeah, and I'll
Good for him.
stretch maybe.
See, Sam is old for you, man.
Yeah, it's about 30 years for you.
I wish it was me. It's come closer than that.
Thank you, Bernie, for the.
Abby, not a problem.
Yeah.
Our pleasure. Mr. Tony, what do you do for a living, and what business activities have been going on? Bans, referrals,
Okay,
usual
okay.
suspects.
Well, hi, everybody. Those that are watching on Facebook Live and LinkedIn Live and YouTube, come on in, if you have a business, check things out. What I do is I'm a medium, clairvoyant, I look at energy in everything. Everything has a meaning, everything has a way, your body has ways to communicate with yourself. Susan knows this only too well, being with Pure Trim, because she's looking at the after effects of when we don't listen to our body. And that's what I do. When people come in for a tuning session, I work with tuning forks and various other things, mostly frequency. And in those frequencies, your body gets messages, and your body sends messages. And this is why when you talk not so great about yourself, that, oh, you made a big mistake, that was really stupid, or in the morning you reach for your phone and you only care about what's happening outside, your body feels neglected, and all kinds of things happen. Literally hundreds of things happen with your body when you don't take care of it, when you don't focus on it, and you think that you're not enough, or you think that you don't matter, you're only one person. Your body doesn't like that, because it knows it's all expanding, and there's no limits to your body. So we tap into that, and we try to communicate that in a translation, and hopefully you'll be able to make those changes. I am making a sound bath event this evening at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I think we've sent out many notices for those that want to try it. And Susan, if you're available tonight, and many others, if you want to try it for the first time, you're more than welcome to come in. We are online and in person. I have, I think, 1 or 2 seats left in person. We usually sell out by the time the event is on. But the whole idea here is to be able to understand who you are in those 2 hours. Tonight, the theme mainly is about you, and nothing is going to come to you. It's going to leave you. And the main theme there is that to make yourself stronger, you need to take weight off you, emotional weight, and that makes you stronger. It's like carrying a pack sack full of rocks up a mountain, and you can only go halfway, and you say, I can't go any further. Then when they take the pack sack off, oh, lo and behold, you can't go a little further. So it's not that you have more strength, it's just that you have less weight. And that's what we're going to be working on tonight with the people that are coming in. It's very powerful. We use tuning forks, we use gongs, crystal bowls in several frequencies. Started off with about 4 or 5 crystal bowls. I now have 25. Started out with 1 gong. I just got 2 new ones, and they're amazing. I'm downstairs playing my gongs all day. I didn't know there's a song about that. And it's wonderful that the bowls create the moon, and the gongs create the sun, so you have a nice mix of that masculine, feminine energy, so that we could feel balanced. That's the idea. So Tony Jennings from Higher Self, we are here to raise your spirits. I did business with Josh, our IT guy, did business with Eric, still doing business with Eric. He doing 2 of our companies for his taxes and stuff. Did some business with, I got business with Susan McGarry coming up. I got a list going, Susan. So it's starting to be very nice. So I'm hoping that by the weekend or something like that, we'll be able to come by and pick some stuff up. You have to go pick it up in Calabogie with your motorcycle, because it's too much trouble for Susan to drop by. I know she's in the area, but I always look forward to that, because it's a trip for me, and it's picking up things for me. So we've got some great things going there. And what else? Did a band with Penny Lee. Went to Bernie's East Trade Winds meeting there, which was wonderful. Great job you're doing there, my friend. And who else? We got did a band with Patricia there, and for Kelly, she's our realtor in the Monday group. And I did a meeting with her. So it's been a busy week. Every week is just crazy. It's almost at a point where the energies are creating my schedule, and so we move on. So there you go. So back to
Can I
you.
mention my BAMs?
Yeah, go for it, Sam.
I didn't mention my BAMs, and there's one I wanted to mention, because last weekend, Saturday, Q, one of our members, came to me to get her summer tires put on. And the previous time she'd come to me, about 2 years ago, she had been recommended from, I'll say a dealership, to get her brakes done on her car. And she came to me for a second opinion because the car didn't have very many kilometers on it. And I took a look and her brakes were perfectly fine. She did not need a brake job. And lo and behold, she came to me now, it's 2 years since. And I looked at her brakes, and believe it or not, she's gonna need brakes in the fall. So she's still good. She's still good. She's put another, I think, 35,000 kilometers on her car since. So if you get something like that and you want a second opinion, I don't mind somebody calling me, get pictures or whatever, I can take a look and give you my opinion. But that was a true story that happened to one of our members. And she, at that time, I think it was $800 to do her brakes at that dealership. And that's a couple of years ago now, and she's still using the same brakes on her car.
Now, if someone's buying a car, let's say a second-hand car,
Yep.
and they're thinking of bringing it over to you, is it something that you could do within, like, just basic theft up in half an hour or something like that, or an hour?
Yes, although I would recommend going to a certified mechanic, and the reason why, because I'm not certified, is because they can write down what actually is wrong with the car, and then if you have issues, you go back to the person and say, listen, these are the issues, and this person is a certified mechanic. I don't mind giving an opinion, I can put the car up on my hoist and tell you what I see, but.
Just a yes or a no, this
Yeah.
car is gonna fall apart, or
I did have somebody come to me with a car that was no good, and I give my opinion, but the best is somebody that can write up on their sheet that they're a certified mechanic, and these are the issues with the car, because you can go back to the owner and say, listen, these are the issues.
So you wouldn't be able to do the safety on it?
No, correct, that's why I.
maybe not in writing, but you can at least give
Oh,
an
I can put it in
opinion.
writing, I can put it in writing, I didn't know
Oh.
with that, oh yeah, I don't have any problem with that. But a certified mechanic, because they're gonna say, hey, that person is not, my mechanic is, you don't wanna get into the argument. But again, I don't mind doing it, Tony, I have in the past, I just, if you wanna cover your bases, it's called a pre-purchase inspection.
Yeah,
And last time I checked, they're about $150, maybe $200 now. I highly recommend it, if you, I don't care where you're buying this secondhand car, like a used car, whether it's a dealership or it's not a dealership, especially privately, get a certified mechanic to do a pre-purchase inspection for your vehicle, for that vehicle. You'll save yourself thousands, believe me. I've personally done that.
Isn't it legally required to have a safety done?
It's for your plates.
No, you can still buy a car as is, lots of people do. The problem is you have to have a safety before you can put it on the road. That's the catch.
yeah.
And lots of people are buying cars as is means not certified, and you have to have it inspected and certified from a mechanic before you can put it on the road, before you get insurance. So that can add up to thousands of dollars, so that's why I recommend getting that pre-purchase inspection.
Yeah, cool.
From anybody.
Hey, Wendy!
Hey, Wendy, long time no see.
Yay! I hope you haven't been waiting very long.
Wendy, go ahead, give your.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry guys, I'm joining a bit late. I have a lot of things going on at my house. So Wendy Chung, the real estate broker with Century 21 Synergy and the Ottawa Housing Condo Group. I just wanted to let everyone know the market is moving. Last week I introduced you to a new listing I had in Richmond, and I ended up getting 14 visitors or groups on Sunday between a 2-hour period. It was an absolutely beautiful day. And I ended up getting multiple offers the following day. And so the house is now conditionally sold. Conditions are to be completed by next Tuesday. My clients are ecstatic. But the best thing of all is I was able to meet with others who came to the open house, a lot of them were neighbors or people that lived in the area, and they were looking for a house for a family member to move closer. So I have a lot of opportunity there. So I've got about 3 additional opportunities because of that open house. And one of them has already invited me over next Tuesday to meet with them and take a look at their property as well. So also say that there's a lot of people out there that are looking for some good advice, some good guidance when it comes to real estate. So if you find yourself in that position, or if you even want to talk about the equity that you are sitting on in your current property, whether you want to refinance or take out some money out of the equity of your home to do other projects, it might be a good idea for you to use that money rather than just to sit on it. So let me know if you know of anyone that would like to have that conversation, and I'd be happy to meet with them. Thanks very much, everyone. No bans to report, Tony. Ongoing business with Kat, of course, and yourself, and also Susan Ebb. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Wendy. So my name is Bernie, Bernie Fransford, Creative Insight. I'm going to be presenting today, but before I get into the presentations, I'll do the BAMs. No, you don't have to do that, Tony. I'll move. Thanks, Tony. Sam is going to be managing the camera in a second. I'm going to be going to that corner of the room. Abby, I'm probably going to ask you to come to this side just when we get to that face. So, BAM-wise, did a session at the Canada Growth Network with Carl Richards. It's posted up on the system. If you want to find out what's going on, kind of a quick and easy place to go is if you type in the word blog.knackforbusiness.com, it'll take you to the most recent content that's been pushed out, both from East Trade Winds and Canada Growth Network. From a activity side of the fence, on Tuesday we had Tony, Jacqueline, and Carl attend East Trade Winds, so that's kind of the activity going in the background. So these events are free to attend, and you don't have to attend all of them. If you come every third week, that's fine. Oh yeah, and Kat attended the one on Canada Growth Network on Monday, so thank you, Kat. Yeah, so I'm going to show you something from Clean Shield Solutions, it's a piece of hardware. Sam's going to be my cameraman, so he's going to help focus in on the machine as I'm talking.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you're looking at the ceiling, it's not because the ceiling has something attractive, it's just because it's a ceiling.
No, there's a spider up there.
A spider, yeah, that would be my wife.
If there's a spider within 2 miles, we'll kill it.
Okay, I'm just going to come up over here.
Of course, respectfully, of course.
Then it'll make it rain.
Yeah.
There's truth in that.
Sam's getting himself oriented into the
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can zoom right in.
I'm gonna try.
Button there.
And where's the zoom button? Here, plus?
Somewhere.
So
There it is. There.
here's the operating components of the system. Make sure she's plugged in. And power up, power's on. I'm going to turn on the compressor for a second. It's already built up some pressure, and I'll walk you through the necessities of life. Heavy first.
The microphone.
All right. I'm playing musical chairs, but that's part of the requirement for the machine. So I will leave that running all the time. So what's happening, the compressor creates an air pressure and it draws the solution and brings it up. And what it does is it's a Bernoulli effect. As the air goes through, it draws it out. It's a very simple design, and I'll show you the innards of the machine. In fact, I'm just going to power it off. That's the control mechanism right in here, right? You can set the timing so it can do interval sessions of running for so long, and it's the GFI circuits are all up in your controls. Extremely simple to manage. So what's the purpose of this machine? Well, The content inside this box is hypochlorous acid, HOCl. Sounds kind of like, that's an ugly name. It is. HOCl is a lot easier. The nice thing is it's 99% water, a little bit of salt in there. And how it's made is through electrolysis. The solution is shelf stable for 2 years. We don't sell the solution. We do have a supplier that has that solution and can provide it. So it comes out of this nozzle up here. What makes this nozzle really kind of key, if you can zoom in on this. So this particular nozzle, it's kind of a profile look, right? Very simple design. It's designed to push out the contents about 0.5 microns out into the air. And the idea behind it is that it comes out like a dry fog so that you don't wet everything down. So when you're talking about like Melaleuca products, right? And so
Yeah.
this one, you aerosolize the space, and then what it does, it goes after bacteria, mold, spore, fungus, viruses. It kills everything except humans, plants, and animals. It's not a pesticide. It does not go after insects. It'll clean them, but it won't harm them. If you dump the solution into a river, within 24 hours, it's already gone back to water. So once it's out in the wild, it's pretty simple. All right, so I'm gonna put the power back on. This little orange there's a little orange piece here. That's a valve control. So it's a check valve. And what that means, if I turn it one way, it shuts off, and the other way, it opens it up. So, lost pressure, so I have to build it up. So you can see that coming out. And what that is, if you smell it right now, my hand's getting wet because I put a larger nozzle. It does a larger space. And the intent behind this is that you do 4 school bus areas. So if you imagine a full school bus, there's 4 areas in 15 minutes. And you just let it run. And then you move to another room. Its intended uses for high traffic areas. Can you use it residentially? Yeah. It's 150 pounds or 125 pounds dry weight. In other words, no solution in it. So carrying it up and down the stairs, not so. But in a place where a wheelchair can go, this can go. It's meant to run in there. You can run it in a retirement home, you can run it in a hospital, you can run it in, if you're running an agricultural facility, especially if you're doing pharmaceutical grade marijuana.
That's what I was thinking about.
Right, but the conditions are very strict. The idea is that if you have any mold, spore, fungus growth on your plants, your crop's wiped out. Right? So the intent behind this is you run it. So you do a space like this, at the end of the day, you'd run it. When you use it, you can use it when people are in the room, but it's much like the dishes where we're eating. When you wash your dishes, after use, right? And it's used in conjunction with other cleaning. So you'll have light touch areas like door handles, like this. This will have to do the wiping. It does not remove oils. So in other words, your skin gives off oils. Your skin just naturally. So that's heavier material. It'll help start the disinfection process, but you still have to do the wiping down. The purpose behind this, though, is when this comes out, it goes everywhere. So on the table, under the table, it's not a line of sight. Right, so it'll get to the entire area. I'm going to show you the inside box, and this Sam, I'll move this back a little bit more. This is the other half of the beast. And now all it is, I'll show you what the right container looks like from the other side, and an air compressor. Very basic. Made in Canada. The nozzle's from Germany. The compressor, well, wherever it comes from, right? Because there ain't a lot of compressors, compressor factory, right? But even if you had an air pressure system, you can plug this in and it can run as long as you want. Your only limitation then will be how much you have in the tank, right? The tank itself is a little 5-gallon tank, and this something around. Give me a kind of a profile look at it. And that's the tank. So this and then how much air you have is your limitation. So you can keep reloading this. A tank like this, maybe a month. depending on how heavy you're using it. If you were running this like 24/7, well, then you have to replenish it a little quicker. The key is the solution can't freeze or overheat. It's like wine, right? You gotta store it right. And you can tell if you open it up, open the hatch here, again, it's like, it smells like chlorine, like you went to a swimming pool. Other ones, the other solutions out there have a vinegar smell, but that's just a variation on it. And again, very simple design. All they're doing is the air coming out the nozzle is drawing up the solution out of the tank. Super simple. There's a shut-off valve also in here. Not that you're really looking at how do I shut it off, Bertie. There's a couple shut-off valves so you can pop this out. It was designed so that you didn't have to pour the solution into this machine directly. You can take the tank out, pour it elsewhere, and reload it. And so, cost, about $6K. $6,000. I'm made here in Ottawa, and cleanshields.com, so it's spelled K-L-E-N, shield, solutions.com. And it's called the dry flogger. The C100, you can call it Bob if you like, but that's okay. It won't complain. And that's kind of the beauty of it. And you notice how I'm just doing this, air pressure's out, so it's done. So I have to run the compressor. So running the compressor, it's about the size of a vacuum cleaner. Typical vacuum cleaner running in the background. Are there any questions? Susan, go ahead.
Wondering who would be the customer? Like you mentioned hospitals, is it for your?
Hospitals, anywhere where there's high traffic. At Hive is a customer. Who else? Any schools, kindergartens.
This would be good in like a gymnasium for schools and.
So
it covers about 1,200 square feet, 2,400 square feet?
It's about 4 school buses sizes, and so I have to go, like if you imagine 4 yellow school buses, typical ones, it'll cover that area in about 15 minutes of running.
Wow, so it essentially just cleans the air.
Well, it cleans the air, cleans the surface, even like if you think about it in the room that we're in, right?
Ceiling fans?
What's that?
Ceiling fans?
Well, it would get there, right? Now, it won't make the dust magically go away. The other side benefits of running this machine, it's like having an humidifier, right? Especially, right. So you're adding moisture. The only downside is that if you take the solution and apply it directly to metals, it's because it has salt in it, right? It'll start the corrosion. So bare metal, not such a good idea. Right. There's only one other place I think that I've heard of that it's not ideal, and you have to be an electronics manufacturer where you're using certain chemicals, and it would interact. That would be the only place you wouldn't want to use it. You can tell you pretty quick before you roll it.
What inspired the inventor? What health issues did they have? What was the need? Or
COVID.
Pardon me?
COVID. So what was happening in Germany, where this was first, this whole setup was meant for gyms, right? And so they would run it, and so people were getting, a little concerned that there might be a cross contact. The solution itself has a DIN, drug identification number, and that means Health Canada approves the solution. It's approved for contact. So if let's say you take an example, Lysol, right? You spray it everywhere, etc. I know you love Lysol, I can tell. If you spray that on surfaces, right, it might kill things, or it can kill things, right? Problem is that it also has a residual. This stuff doesn't. When it's done, it's done. When we did it for Marlon at the
River
Lounge, he was spraying around a glass, and he could smell the chlorine. He said, "Oh, I can't have that." A minute later, he smelled the glass. Chlorine smell's gone. So it evaporates, it dissipates. So if you smell the chlorine, that just means you know it's actively around you.
So can you talk a little bit? Oh, sorry, Susan. Okay, I have a question.
I was just curious what the body of that is. Like
Steel.
Metal?
Yeah. So it's baked on enamel. You can also put vinyl wraps on it. So if you're doing a promotional or customizing it for a space. I mean, if you order enough units, you can be any color you want.
Yeah, okay.
If you like purple. Yeah.
Okay.
Tony, you had a question?
Yeah, you said something about metals, if this solution gets onto metal,
Bare
but
metal.
that's,
Bare metal, like steel. Iron.
okay. Okay.
So you could use this again. There are
But it's in a mist, it's concentrated, so this is mixed with water, I guess.
Okay, so it's not sold as a concentrate and you up it with water. You buy it on bulk in water, in fluid form, all right?
Okay, so it's already mixed.
It's already pre-mixed, it's already pre-made. When you start doing that, and then your shelf life gets really short, right? If you do mixing based on past conversations with folks. So you buy the solution intact. There are other dry foggers that are handheld, and the key here is that the dry fog means it doesn't make everything have condensation. So if it was like -20 outside this room right now, and you're running this, you'd start seeing some condensate showing up, because that's the moisture in the air, right? You know, even if you had a regular water mist or using a sterilized water, right? And in fact, the key on that shelf life is how you prep the water as a manufacturer. That makes it last longer, it's more stable.
What's the recommended frequency, like a space like this or a gym? How often do you have to use it?
So, much like the dinner plate, you can wash it after it's used, so you'd use it once a day.
Once a day, okay.
Once a day. I asked the guy one time, because my young lad said, listen, he has a guy that's in martial arts, a buddy, and they're having a problem with, what was it, ringworm?
Yep.
So, does it
Yeah, for the
attack
feet.
ringworms?
Yeah.
That's a parasite, isn't it?
Yep.
Well,
So
yeah.
rub by the feet.
Virus and bacteria. So you wouldn't use, another place you wouldn't use this if you're growing mushrooms.
Yeah, no.
Won't help.
Yeah, but you're right about the dojo and the karate, yeah, because there's lots of sweat, lots of, and everyone's in their feet, you know, and.
So the key to remember though, for example, these dinner plates, it won't make them magically clean. If it did, then, you know, we would be disappearing, in which case, you wouldn't stand in the room. Can you put other things in the machine? Yeah, but it's only rated for hypochlorous acid. And, you know, you gotta always be mindful what you're pushing into the air. Like if you have a CPAP machine at home, I know you'd never put, vodka into the distilled solution, right? Because you can do it, maybe once.
Sleep longer.
Maybe permanently, right? So,
Maybe forever.
right? Yeah, so they don't sell it in perfumed, and if they sold it in a perfume, that meant they had to go through a whole DIN process. So, if let's say I was making manufacturing Javix, don't put Javix in here.
Oh,
If I was manufacturing Javix, I'm using the same recipe as Clorox. Well, I'd have to still go for a DIN.
What about essential oils? So like lavender, orange, you know, just to give.
Oils probably might come up the nozzle, because it's.
No, it would be diluted, like it would be.
Okay, so it still might come up in, so the ritual for cleaning this is like once a week, we're just running water through it. So you take that hose, it feeds in the tank, you take another hose, and you get some distilled water and you go, and just blow it through it. That's it. And the nozzle itself is pretty straightforward. There's a piece up front here, and a piece back here. You can unthread it. There are 3 nozzles, 4, 8, and 10. Different sizes. Right now, the 10's in here to do a wider disbursement area. 4 just means, it just as a finer mist. You'd run it longer, but it's in.
The solution, how do you get a hold of it and approximate price of?
Jug can run you about a 4-pack. Last I checked, and I haven't checked this year. It's about maybe 100 and so 4-liter jugs, like, you know.
So we get that from you?
You could go through me, yeah, and I can make that sell out. That's about 110, 150.
For 4?
Yeah, for 4.
That's what, $26, $27 each?
Yeah. The interesting thing is they'll sell the solution in cosmetic counters in little bottles for $35.
Ooh.
So again, over the pandemic, people were wearing a lot of masks, right? And so what they were doing is they had acne buildup, and one person popped a mask off and spread that on, right? it's good for acne too, but, you know, that's not, you know, you can stand in front of them, acne gone, right, but,
No, you need new.
yeah, but it has, there are multiple things that it can address, but bacteria, mold, spore, and fungus are the key elements in viruses.
Planters work.
You know, you probably just buy the jug and stick your foot in it, you know, bottom of it, right? Do that. It's the application exposure time.
So just to be clear, so it's not recommended to put a diluted essential oils of anything in there, just
Well,
the solution there?
You can, right? So you're aerosolizing something, right? And I don't know, it depends, like if someone has a sensitivity to it, and you shoved it into the air, it's like, you know, I could wear a perfume, right? And I walked through, when Hudson's Bay was alive and well, before the sharks got a hold of it, you walk through by the counter, right? There's some perfumes that only, and I have sensitivity to certain perfumes, like, this is giving me a headache, I gotta move on to other
Yeah, that
perfumes
is
that
true.
are really nice. So you're piping it into the air, right? So this is pretty neutral. So could you do it? Yes. Have we tried it?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of so much the perfume aspect, but the energy of that oil.
I think you would just want to hug the jug first and pass the energy on that way,
Yeah.
personally. I get what you're asking and why you're saying it.
Yeah,
You're not trying to add more to the compound, because you might be causing other issues with the mechanics of this.
see,
So if it clogs and all, you have to take it apart and then, you know, flush it.
okay. Okay.
Any other questions? Folks, thank you so much.
Okay.
Great presentation.
Shut her off and,
Hey, right on time too. Look at you.
yeah. I'd be more long-winded, but,
So you get it from you, right, Bernie? If someone was interested, they'd reach out to you?
yeah, we can do a
Excellent.
demo or, you know,
Okay.
here's the other kind of cool thing about Adhide, this machine's parked here. So we're more than glad to do a demo here, right? They don't mind because it gives them market exposure, right? Hence the reason of being a Phoenix member. You're getting, you know, you can leverage everybody in one space for a positive outcome. Yeah, you can get hold of me, more than glad.
Yeah, so parts wise, if anything, I'm thinking of cars, so right away I'm thinking after the person has it, and if things come up, you have parts for it.
The nozzle's the only thing that's proprietary, that's out of Germany. Everything else, made here, or an air compressor that fits that machine. The limitation of that machine running is about 45 minutes, and that limitation is based on how hot the compressor gets. But you wouldn't run it 45 minutes solid, right? You'd run 15, that'd do its thing.
Yeah, like a room like this would be, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
4 school buses, this isn't that, you know?
No,
Yeah,
you don't even have the screaming kids here.
yeah, okay.
Good, and see
Sam, thank you for managing the camera for me.
You're welcome. I hope I did okay.
No, you did great. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
The only other thing when you go to pack the machine away, if you've owned a compressor before, and if you've never, but if you own the compressor before, is you vent the vessel afterwards.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
way condensation doesn't sit inside the canister,
right.
so it doesn't prematurely rust out.
I use the exactly same compressor, in the bottom there.
Yeah?
And I empty it every day.
So
You have to,
Keep
yeah.
it moisture.
Oh,
Moisture will rot away.
one of the other things I didn't show you, there's 2 things running in this machine. This dark paneling here. This dark paneling here is foam, so that's meant as a sound absorber. Right? And
What,
it's
sorry?
a sound absorber.
No, what is it?
The black.
Dark foam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
Yeah, so and it's lined on the inside. There's a muffin fan on the other side that helps keep the ventilation going. If you're in a bakery and you got a lot of dust because it draws the air from down below, if you're in a woodworking shop or where there's a lot of dust, or a construction site, you want to run it where it's not heavy in dust. So there might be some pre-cleaning. Sam, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Okay. So it's made here in Ottawa, at Holy, and yeah,
That's cool.
runs off 110, comes with a heavy cord, and rappel off with it. I wouldn't recommend it. And thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Brady. Okay. So. We'll do a final quote there, and I believe it was, what was it quote? I just heard it Monday. It was a good one.
No.
Kat, do you have the quote?
Yeah, you have a quote
Yeah,
there?
but Tony was gonna do it, so I wasn't gonna, but okay.
Oh, no, go ahead.
This time, like all times, is a very good one. If we know what to do with it, by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Yes, thank you, okay.
Real rough.
Thank you very much, ladies, for joining us on Zoom, that was great. And know that, we're gonna, it's everything's opening up now, it's spring, and so we're gonna do really well. We're gonna have a record year, and every day counts. So I'm not surprised, Wendy, that you're writing up deals and you're doing things. It's gonna be a very vibrant year for you, for all of you. So, all right, so have a good week, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow, for some of you.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna do a presentation tomorrow, right, Kat? And I'm gonna talk about EVs, so if you're interested in electric vehicles, I'm gonna pass along what I know so far about electric vehicles and charging systems and stuff like that, so.
Okay.
You're presenting tomorrow.
Yes,
Oh,
on Zoom.
Yeah, on Zoom, yeah.
Okay.